episode of Intellectually Petty Radio. And tonight in the building, we got comedian Ty Davis coming on, as well as the world renowned Red Pill. All right, and I'm just making sure that I can hear. Let me know if my mic fucks up. Let me know if you can't hear me. Let me know if we having any issues at all. Other than that, man, how you doing? How's life? And I know I'm not supposed to look down, but what I'm doing is, if you don't know, is just checking the traps and kind of changing the name on Facebook and on YouTube, tagging folks, letting them know what's going on. Um, blase splee. And I'm waiting on my esteemed co-host. I almost fucked that up. My esteemed co-host to come on. We got Lady Silk in the building, and we got the plug in the building, and it's been dope, man. We added Lady Silk to the family a couple of weeks ago, man, and she just fit right in. Just very dope, very laid back, very hilarious. But also got some good, some wisdom, the whole nine. Just a perfect package. So definitely honored and privileged to have her in the building and on the. Yeah. I don't know why I keep saying in the fucking building, man. I don't know where I got that from. I'm pretty sure somebody more famous than me came up with this shit. Well, I know they did. I just don't know who. Anyway, Lady Silk is in the house, in the building, on the platform, on the show. I don't know. Shout out to Lady Silk. Oh, and we got the plug in the building. Hold on. Uh oh. They got shit going. Uh-oh.
Yeah, move over.
I know. Y'all need to scoot over a little bit, though. How y'all doing?
Peace.
You gotta come over. You gotta look at the camera and come over.
All right. There we go. All right.
You can see her.
I know. Like, why you do that, bro? She right, man. You wrong.
Hey, you gonna say that any female, nigga?
That's why I said come over to this corner because I don't want, that part showing. I just want clear.
Yeah.
Need to shape up, yo. So like, I'm rocking Scully.
Really, bro? Like, nobody cares. First off, I wouldn't even have known that shit. Like, if you said anything, but the Scully makes shit look way obvious, bro.
Like, niggas don't get shape ups?
I don't. Shit, I don't. Hey, yo, man, and hold on, man. I gotta open up my window though, too. Fucking hot in here. But yo, I Grandmaster Jay got arrested, man. What the fuck?
Yeah, I seen that. I just seen that.
Yo, that is wild, bro.
But look, they locked up Grandmaster Jay, but they didn't arrest the white people pointing guns at protesters.
Well, what they arrested him for was
they say it was at federal agents.
Yeah, so let me put that out. But man, like, yo, like we need to really, like, I'm not sure what we can do or who we reach out to. And if you was on the fence about, like, oh, well, I'm curious as to, didn't Tariq Nasheed call this nigga an agent like a million times?
Absolutely.
Then I happen to see that this nigga Tariq Nasheed posted that this nigga got arrested.
Yeah.
Like,
I ain't gonna
that
say
sound like some agent shit.
It do sound like some agent shit. It do. That sounds like
yeah. Like you talked up this goofy shit. Right. You hated on this man to the nth power. Now he gets arrested. So what agents getting arrested?
Right.
Explain that to me.
We live?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, I ain't gonna say it, man. My bad. I ain't gonna say it. I'll wait till we get over here to say that. I'll wait.
Oh, well, shit.
I'll wait. I just, I'll call it, you call it a spade, bro. Like, saying it sounds like some Asian shit. Like, I don't like to throw that word around loosely. I like to have receipts. I understand, though. I understand what you're saying. I absolutely understand.
And let me put the disclaimer out there. I'm not a fucking fan of Tariq Nasheed. I've made that shit abundantly clear over the years. I have never really been a fan of him. But we do have comedian Ty Davis in the building, so let me get her in on the conversation. Um, and can you hear us, Queen?
Yes. Yes, I can hear you. How are you?
Wow. We are
Hi.
doing all right.
Trying to trying to get it set up here. Okay.
Wow, you look rich.
Huh?
You look rich.
I look rich?
You look rich.
Well, what are you looking at?
Oh my god. I'm like, wow, man. She got a setup and shit. My
Oh
shit is
no,
fake.
so
This is all of this shit behind me. My shit is fake. That shit looks real.
oh, this is a hotel.
Oh, damn! You got a hotel looking like that?
I'm in a partial extended stay. So I got a refrigerator and microwave, but I don't have a stove, you know.
Oh, well, shit. You don't need a stove. I'm
That's a
pretty sure you
manager.
Uber Eats. And I'm
Yeah,
sorry, my name is Jobs.
I had to quarantine. I was on the road last weekend, so I'm quarantining before I go home. Make sure I don't take no lingering COVID home to the kid.
Oh wow, wow, wow! You doing the right thing. Shout out to you.
Plus,
Um,
I just wanted some alone time. I really don't want to go home.
that's a nice ass little spot though. Like, geez, I can't afford shit like that. But my name is Jobs. That's the plug, and you know Lady Silk already.
Yeah.
Definitely appreciate you coming on the platform, and welcome to Intellectually Petty Radio.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it.
Okay, be funny.
She's like, what?
Like, don't you hate that shit though? Like, I know this got to get on your nerves. Like niggas be like, oh, come on, tell a joke immediately. Like, no matter where you are.
And it depends on the situation that I'm in. Like I'll either do that, and you said be funny, and y'all laugh, so I did my part. Or like I remember one time I was somewhere and there was like doctors and lawyers because I know like respectable people, but I also know killers and drug dealers. But anyway, I was at this function and it was a doctor and he was like, "Oh, you're a comedian?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, well, tell me a joke." And I said, "What kind of doctor are you?" And he's like, "I'm a cardiologist." I said, "Oh, okay, well, operate on my heart right now." Oh, you can't. You can. So you can't do it. Oh, you need a whole lot of stuff. Okay, well, get the fuck out my face. I didn't say that part, but yeah.
Hey, tell that nigga to call me up too. My shit ain't been working too right lately, So yeah, I'm dead ass with that one. Oh my god. But how's life, man? How's your family?
My family is good. Mom is good. My cat is good. I have a 16-year-old. She's great. She's actually loving the whole virtual schooling. I know a lot of kids are having a tough time with it and they're not enjoying it, but she's like, what? She was like, I ain't got to put pants on to learn. I'm with this. So she's having a great time. Like she's totally fine with everything that's happening.
You all right over there?
I'm trying to fix my setup. I'm trying to fix my setup. See, this is what happens when they let old people touch stuff. Why is they letting me touch stuff in here? Okay, boom.
Oh shit! Look, have you looked at the screen? Look at me. Like the fact that I'm actually functioning right now is some fucking miracle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but no,
don't.
like everybody's good. Everybody's healthy, so I have no complaints.
How long you been doing comedy?
I just hit 6 years last month, so in 2 days it'll be 6 years and 1 month.
So what? Why? Like,
What is the first thing that made you want to get into comedy?
I never aspired to be a comedian. Like I watched comedy and I enjoyed it, but there was never a period of my life where it was like, you know what, I want to do that when I grow up. It's just kind of something that I fell into. So, people always, would tell me that, oh, you're so funny and, you should be a comedian. But I knew that I used humor as a defense mechanism sometimes. And one day, a girlfriend of mine, we used to work together. We were hanging around acting silly at work. I don't know if you know her, but matter of fact, she used to host What's So Funny Wednesdays after me. Her name's Crystal, comedian Crystals. And
yeah, I did. I met her before.
Yeah, we used to work together and we would just cut up at work. And then, one day, people were like, oh, y'all so funny. Y'all should take this act on the road. And, she went and did it one day. and I saw her friends had posted, her clip on like Facebook or YouTube. I can't remember which one it was. And I remember hitting her up and I was like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. Like, you actually did it. Like, yep, your turn. I was like, wait a minute. What? And she connected me with the guy that she was doing shows with. And, he talked to me. His name was Howard G, the Kiss My Bumper guy. Yeah. And he was like, hey man, I like your energy. You seem like, you're funny. He was like, sell these tickets and you get some time on the show. And I was like, all right. Of course, back then I didn't know the rules and the ins and outs of stand-up. And of course, I knew nothing about the business. And it was just, something to do that day. I had a full-time job and I was fine. And when I did the show, my first set was probably 7.5 minutes long. And I did great because I was literally venting. I was fussing about what I was experiencing in my life at that time. I had lost my man, lost my car, lost my house. My money was messed up. I had to move back home with my mom. So like my life was in shambles and I just was on stage talking about it. And the crowd was cracking up. And I'm like, y'all niggas laughing, but this is really, really what I'm going through. But I felt better after it. And I literally never stopped doing comedy shows after that one show. I just chased it down and I've been doing it ever since. And a little over 4 years ago, I walked away from my good job to do stand-up full-time. So I've been a full-time stand-up comic for since 2016. So
that's dope.
Were you nervous when you first got up there for your first stand-up?
No, not the first time. I was just pissed off. I was pissed off and I wanted to be seen and I wanted to be heard and I wanted to let these niggas in this room know what I was going through in my life. And so I didn't have the fear. I didn't have the nerves, but there have been moments in my career where I do experience some kind of fear, some kind of, anxiety about, oh my gosh, are they going to let me? Like I did a competition last year and I was just like, oh my God, I hope I win. I hope I do good. And so there are moments, but more often than not, I'm not nervous. I'm just really anxious and excited to get on stage and perform.
So has old boy called and tried to rekindle that flame?
Which one?
The dude that you said you had lost your man and your house and the whole. I mean, just all, life went to hell in the handbasket.
Oh, because that's crazy. Because like I'm so fine. It could have been any dude that you were talking about, but that particular one, yes. Because I'm extremely attractive. I don't know if you guys can see it, but
you are though. You are.
I'm raw facing this phone right now. I don't have lipstick and stuff on, but
girl, me and you both. When do you really see me like this?
I mean, shit, neither do I. I'm not complaining.
Really like this? Right. You know, we go out, I show up.
Right.
So
we put on, but like, right. That guy, I did talk to him a couple times after that. Of course, when I started to make my bones and make a little bit of a name for myself in Baltimore. And I remember we were having a conversation one time and he was like, yeah, one day I'm going to come to one of your shows and I'm going to propose. I was like, don't do that. You ain't about to mess up my show. It's going to be a hard no. I'm going to let you know that off the rip. It's going to be a no. He was like, nah, we going to get married that night. We couldn't even go together. How we going to get married? So, but he's still cool. I haven't talked to him in years, but I'm sure if I saw him somewhere, I'd be like, hey, what's up? And I, keep it moving. But no bad blood. We're good now. At the time, I wanted him to die in a fiery car crash, but I'm healed.
It sounds like it. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So what's the high point so far?
The high point of my career?
Yeah.
Oh man, there have been so many high points. And this is in no particular order. I got to be on TV on Comedy Central, which is the hub of where the comedy happens. So I got to be on Comedy Central. Yeah, I got to be on Comedy Central on Heart of the City. Kevin Hart Presents Heart of the City. I got to do that. Last year, I was the winner, and I am still the reigning champion of the American Black Film Festival Comedy Wings competition. I got to perform at the world famous Apollo Theater. I've met and worked with the legendary Bob Sumner, who is also the co-creator of Def Comedy Jam and Laugh Mob's Laugh Tracks. Like, he was instrumental in building the careers of some of the national headliners and people that we know and love today. And I get to work with him. I've met some amazing people. I got to go on a cruise. I'd never been on a cruise before. I actually got paid to go on a cruise the beginning of this year. And I got to perform with Michael Collier. I got to meet Simba. I've gotten to meet some of my favorite comedians. I've met 3 of the 4 queens, and I can't wait to meet Laura Hayes. I've met 1 of the kings of comedy, and that was D.L. Hewley. Like, I've met and worked with so many dope people. So I've had so many amazing moments in my career. And I just feel truly grateful and just honored, because my life is lit. Like, it's really cool. Like, I've been alive and just walking around in survival mode for so long. And it seems like once I started comedy, now I'm living in purpose. And it's great. All of it, even the bad days, even getting paid in chicken wings and drink tickets, like all of it is the experience. It's, or you know what I mean? It's
At
dope.
what point were you starstruck, like, through your journey? Like, who was the first person you saw and you was like, oh my gosh, it's XYZ?
So I've met a lot of celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
I almost died the first time I met T.I. I hallucinated at the time. At the time, he and his wife Tiny were kind of like broken up, and it was all in the So I just wanted to say that. I wanted to put that out there.
I
So
think I kinda
did you
know
shoot
where
your
this is
shot though?
going.
We need to know.
You shot your shot expeditiously.
So I low-key shot, but I hallucinated. I was like, he just keep looking at me like I was like, oh my God, do y'all feel the energy between us? And they were like, no, Ty, we don't. And I was like, y'all just hating. So like, I hallucinated, and like I kind of fanned out. And when we were supposed to take pictures, this is when I was working on radio. We were supposed to take pictures together, and right when they were about to take the pictures, I was like, wait a minute. And I fanned out for like 9 seconds. And I was like, hold on, let me get it. And then I got it together and we took the picture. But I completely lost it. All the way fanned out when I met Monique. Like, put me in the coffin and throw the dirt on me. I lost it. I was crying and snot bubbles and red in the face. Listen, I lost it, and I'm not ashamed. I don't care. Right. I don't care.
Monique though.
Yo, that's hometown, bro. Let's see. Get him.
Here he go.
Here
he go. Mr. Detroit.
This dude is the biggest. This nigga's the biggest Baltimore hater there is.
I'm pretty sure there's somebody that hates Baltimore more than me.
No,
I started my stand-up comedy career in Baltimore, and she is hands down the most famous comedian to come out of Baltimore, born and bred. And she was one of the first sets of Black female comedians that I saw on TV, you know, talking her shit and being who she was, you know, and unapologetic about it. Like, I mean, the first Black woman comedian I ever saw was Whoopi Goldberg. And then after that, it was the Def Jam era. And I got to see Gina Yashere and Adele Givens. And I got to see all of these amazing, strong women. Samore. I love Samore. When I met Samore, listen, I don't think I would have done as well as I did when I met Samore had I not fanned out and almost died when I met Monique. So I was prepared each time I met one of the queens of comedy. I was better. Like, when I met Adele Givens, my eyes watered, but I didn't cry. And then by the time I met Samore, it was like, bitch, you better hold it together. And because she, you know what I mean? Because I emulate a lot of her style, like her actual fashion and dress. Like, when I present myself for, like, you know, really big performances, Samore is who I think of. It's like, would Samore wear, like, how does she look on stage? Like, I want to present myself like that. So, and like, it's just been super dope, man. But I did shoot my shot at Trey Songz. I did try to holler at him. I did 3 times.
What you say to him? What's the first thing you said to him?
3 times, huh?
He was helping me up. We were at this club after his one of his album releases, and he was helping me up on this thing so that we could take pictures. I was working in radio at the time, and he was helping me up. He was a perfect gentleman. And he was like singing, humming in my ear. And I said, hey, little boy, don't be humming in my ear.
Hey, little boy.
you humming and singing in my ear. I'm gonna get you. I will do it to you. So
What you singing in your ear?
Literally, you would do it to him.
so stop singing at me because I'll do it to you right now. I don't care. I don't care if it's people. We can do it right here. We go in the bathroom. I don't care. So and then the 2 times I saw him after that, I shot my shot. It's still no. Okay, cool. So I shot my shot in the
It's still no.
blocked my shot all 3 times. So if I were to see Trey Songz again, I wouldn't try to holler at him because I know
What
how
song
to.
did he sing? What song did he sing?
I don't know what he could have been singing the phone book, and I wanted
It
to give him.
sounded good, right?
I wanted to give him these damn yams because that little boy's so fine.
I think every woman would probably want to do it to Trey Songz.
And Drake too. If I see Drake on the street, I'm going to prison.
He is the GOAT.
I like Roddy Ricch. If I see Roddy Ricch, I'm gonna rap his songs to him while I shoot my shot. That's what I'm gonna do.
They all short. Like, you like short dudes?
Listen, I don't care. They fine.
Whoa. What you
I
gotta get short, dude? Stop the disrespect.
Trey Songz isn't short.
No, he wasn't really short. And like I got a crush on Michael B. Jordan too. Killmonger. Listen, if you don't come over here and get like,
Young Lennon.
Why does he look like old boy in 227?
Young Lennon.
I've seen somebody post a picture of that shit the other day, and I can't unsee
It's the mustache, yo.
Listen, I'm in love with all of them. I want to go with all of them.
Yeah.
Terrible.
That's so is being on the road killing your love life?
You said what?
Is being on the road killing your love life?
No. So for the majority of my career, I was involved exclusively with one person. And we're not together anymore, but luckily he was a creative as well. So he understood, the grind and the journey of, pursuing your passion. So he never gave me any problems like, damn, you out of town again. Like he always got it. I have resolved that if I do date anyone else, or if I'm ever in a position where I have to explain my career, and if they have a problem with it, I'm non-negotiable. If you don't like that I travel, if you don't like that I work in a male-dominated profession, if you don't like that the content of my material on stage is what I do and what makes people laugh, and people are going to want to talk to me and shake my hands and take pictures, like if you can't deal with that, I totally understand, but I'm not going to change it. I'm not going to minimize myself. I'm not going to make myself small to make you feel comfortable. And I realize that it's a great responsibility for any man to date a woman like me, let alone a woman that's an entertainer, because some nights it's not about you. Some nights you got to hold my purse and stand back and just look and protect me and make sure that I'm okay. Like some nights you got to do that. And if you can't do that, then you're not the one.
Do you at least like I know you got to talk shit like when you with a guy, but do you like tell him the jokes up front and say, hey, this is what I'm going to say, or did he just find out during the show?
If my boyfriend was a heart surgeon, he wouldn't tell me how he was going to operate on the hearts that day. So no, I don't run my material or anything by him.
Yeah, but he usually doesn't have a big ass audience and he ain't on TV.
But even still, like I treat my relationship in my profession the same way I would if it was just a regular job. What I do is what I love, and it also supports me financially and takes care of my bills. And I don't ask permission to say what I say or do what I do. Either you're with it or you're not. If I want your opinion or your input, I'll ask for it. But no, I don't run anything by my significant other. I mean, we're not together anymore, but when we were together, no, I didn't ask his permission for anything. I asked him if he was available. I have some shows this weekend. I'd love it if you're there.
Oh man, I don't know, man. I might be a little tight about that. You sitting in the audience and she talking about y'all last argument and shit.
Then that means you ain't the one.
My skin ain't thick, I guess.
Oh
my God, because let my old lady get on stage and start cracking jokes about a nigga. Oh,
and I think that's the common misconception too. I think a lot of times, I know in my experience and other female comics that I've talked to, when it comes to dating, a lot of times, and whether it's men or women, people automatically think that everything is going to be about them. Right. And sometimes some of our jokes are inspired by maybe a conversation that we had or an experience that we have, because that's really what stand-up comedy is. It's your observation and your personal experiences and your stories. And I think that's why certain comedians do so well, because after you've seen their performances, you feel like you know them. So I may not go on stage and be like, let me tell you the shit that Dante did the other night. It'll be something different. Like sometimes I'll tell a story. Like sometimes I'll be talking to my girlfriend and my girlfriend will tell me something about something she experienced or whatever. And I'll say, hey, do you mind if I personalize it in this way? You know what I mean? So, but I never name or out, my partner on stage. Like, yeah, there goes right there. I don't do that.
Okay. All right. Yeah. See, that would be my only concern. Other than that, go for it. Talk your shit.
I'm gonna do that anyway.
Yeah.
I ain't even gotta be a comedian. If you was in a relationship with me and I was a school teacher, I'd be talking shit in the house. I smack the shit out of you with this composition notebook.
See, I don't see that. I don't know, man. I think you like to talk the shit, but at the crib, I think you probably like really quiet.
Well, this is clearly the first time we've met.
It is. And I'm not the best at judging characters, so I've been burned plenty of times.
This is, I mean, we all have different versions of ourselves, but for the most part, I'm an assertive, say what I mean what I say type of person. I'm silly, I'm goofy, I like corny stuff, I like serious stuff. I watch documentaries, but I also like medical dramas. I like hood stuff, but I also listen to gospel music. Like I'm a little bit country, I'm a little bit rock and roll, like I'm all of these things. So and it just takes a really strong and secure individual to be with me. Hell, sometimes I get on my own damn nerves. I know I get on other people's nerves.
You tell a nigga be naked and shit when you come home, don't you?
Listen, however he did, it depends on.
That's not a bad thing though.
Who shows up?
I'm just saying though, like I could hear it, like I could see it.
All right, take your pants off.
I'm gonna speak my mind. You know what I mean? I'm very outspoken, and and enforcing them. So yeah.
Hold on 1 second.
I was gonna say, what happened?
I'm burning up.
This nigga doing, man.
Hey man, I had to open up the goddamn window. I'm in this bitch baking. Shit. My bad.
All right.
And hey, it is what it is. Oh, that's even better. Now I'm fucking with the whatchamacallit. Damn, and I did have a question and shit. And can y'all can still hear me though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So what's next? What's coming up for you?
Actually, you just reminded me. I need to make a phone call to see if I'm still doing a Zoom show. I don't think that's happening since it's Thursday and it's supposed to be tomorrow or Saturday. But I know for sure my next in final public performance of 2020 will be next week. I will be on the Keep Your Distance comedy show that's produced by Kev on Stage. That will be on December the 11th. And I have the link in my bio on Instagram. So, or if you go to Eventbrite or if you go to Kev on Stage's website, you can use my discount code. But I'll be flying out to LA to do that show. And people around the world, wherever they are, they can just buy the tickets and they'll be able to see it live. It'll be streamed.
That's awesome. That's
dope. He did one of those before, didn't he?
He's done 9 of them before. This is the 10th one.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
it's a smart idea. It was a brilliant idea. And I'm just glad that he had the means and had the willingness to share his platform. So he's produced some fantastic shows.
That's huge.
He's a funny dude too, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, do you have like a particular method for writing jokes?
It varies. For me, it could be something as simple as, oh man, I was having a conversation with a friend and that friend was like, yo, that's hilarious. Or they're laughing at what I'm saying. And I'm like, I should probably write that down. Or it could be, I'm looking at a headline. If I'm trying to do observational comedy, which is me observing what I see and what my thoughts are about it. I'll go and look at the Shade Room or, CNN or, whatever and write a bit, based on that. And sometimes I journal, I write, and I'll go back and I'll read a story and I'll be like, you know what, that's something that I need to work on and develop on stage. So I have a number of different techniques and that I use when I'm writing jokes.
Because like I can see like writing a joke. Like I've written a joke over the years, but to put together like 20 jokes that not only are funny, but they kind of they fit. You know what I'm saying? It's nice. It's a story. Like that's some difficult ass shit to do. Like I can't even put together 2 jokes. I can give you one funny joke.
You said what?
I can do one funny joke maybe, but to actually write shit back to back to back and make this shit a story, that's
You're not joke funny,
I
though.
applaud you. You say what?
Thank you.
You're not joke funny though. Your funny is like, and your assholeism, like your sarcasm.
Well,
Like that's
I am
what
that.
I'm
Well, but that
I mean,
actually
like,
could be a stick though.
People think that, you know, being a comedian is easy. I think that's probably one of the things that myself and my colleagues like dislike the most, is because everybody thinks that they can be a comedian or do what we do. And it's like, just because you're a funny person,
right.
or you may be situational funny hanging out with your friends, is not the same as going on stage and being able to stand there, command a room, own that room, deliver stories, you know, your premises, your punchlines, you know, for 20 or 30, however long. So there is an art to it. There is a discipline. And I don't think that the craft of comedy is respected the way that it should be.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so who's your top 5 comedians?
Top 5?
Yeah.
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive?
Okay. Dave Chappelle. I've been...
Okay, wait. Let me stop you right there. Are we giving this nigga a pass for coming up and doing fucking whole monologues and shit and not even attempting to tell a joke?
Can you please tell
Why
this man?
are we giving him a pass?
Can you please tell this man that
we went through this.
Can you please tell this man?
But we got a real
decades,
comedian on the
Bill
show
Cosby,
now. I need her opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. Bill Cosby did this for decades. Like the great comedians have done this. This is a part of the art, man. Like you just don't get it.
Bill Cosby also told
a
jokes
monologue
too.
and looks for funny. It was to deliver a message.
This nigga did 20 minutes of not one joke, bro.
Oh my god, man.
So my top 5.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
I won that for the record, but okay, go ahead. Your top 5. Dave Chappelle.
Let's see. Dave Chappelle, Robin Williams.
Ooh.
I hate putting together these kinds of lists. I really do.
Very underrated actor too. Very underrated actor.
Anybody ever underrated him in anything that he did?
Oh god, never. That dude was phenomenal.
Let me see. So he's got Dave Chappelle, Robin Williams, some more. It's my favorite. She's my favorite queen.
Okay.
And she's a killer. Let me see. But she definitely goes in my top 5. Let me see. I got 2 slots left. Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Very. I respect that.
Legend.
Chris Rock.
Yeah.
So we say Chappelle, Williams, some more, Rock. No
Brian.
Is number 5. No, not in my top 5. Not to say that they're not, you know, comedically great. My criteria for how I choose my top 5 also is another qualifier for why these people are my top 5. Did I say George Carlin?
You did not.
That's a good
but
Carlin.
I would put him in my top 5 too.
Oh yeah.
George Carlin is a motherfucking beast.
Yeah.
And very, very, very witty, and just a really definitely one of my favorite comedians.
Yeah, he's in my top 5 too.
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm
and again, that's just my qualifier. Like I know who the greats are. Like if you say, hey, rattle off the great comedians, of course, I would be I would be ridiculous and remiss not to mention the Dick Gregory's, the Bill Cosby's, Patrice O'Neill, Martin Lawrence. You know what I mean? So like I know who those people are. Red Fox, like I know those people,
Right.
but when I'm creating my list, I'm talking about the people that I watch consistently, the people that I consume. Like I've seen all of Chris Rock's specials and half hours and all of Dave Chappelle's hours of specials. And you know what I mean? Honorable mention, I'll say Kevin Hart. I'm a fan of Kevin Hart. I've seen all of Kevin Hart's shit, like all of it. And I'm not just saying that because he put me on this goddamn TV show. But I've watched all of his stuff. So I'm a fan of his. Like if any of those people that I mentioned dropped a special tonight, I'm watching it. And I don't care what anyone says. I don't care if people say, "Oh, I watched it and it was ass." I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna watch it. So if it's ass, I'm gonna watch it, and it'll just be ass to me. But those are the people that I watch. Those are the people that influence me. Of course, the list could go on and on because then that list would include Gina Yashere, Adele Gibbons, Lunel, Dominique. So that my list would go that way because these are the people that I watched growing up and people that influenced me. But I do know my comedic history. Right. Like I wasn't alive, obviously, when Mom's Mabley was working, right. But I know who she is and I know how important she was to the culture of comedy and what it is that I do. So.
Yeah, man. And for the record, I think Kevin Hart is pretty funny, unlike some people on the platform.
No, you're not gonna do that. I never said that Kevin Hart wasn't funny. What I said was I didn't enjoy the last time that came out. Now, what you tried to do was compare that stand-up to Chappelle's monologue, is what I said. I never said that Kevin Hart wasn't funny. I think Kevin Hart is funny. But I said that he's kind of somewhat oversaturated himself. Not saying that I don't enjoy what he does, like because he's good at what he does, but I felt like, he got the bag. You know what I'm saying? I'm not mad at him for getting rich.
But you know what? And I think he's at that point as a comedian
where he's got
drama and stress and problems in life are great comedy. It becomes more difficult when you got a lot of money, you got everything you want, life is going great. I think it does become more difficult to maintain the same standard of funny. So I get what you're saying. Although I get the family shit that he be talking about.
I never said the brother wasn't great because he is. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a legend in his own right. I'm not taking any of that away from him. The nigga's funny. You know what I mean? He's been funny over the years. Like he's been the go-to comedian. He on the Jay-Z run. He had like 8 summers. You know what I'm saying? Like he doing his thing.
Yeah, he is.
So for me to be fair, and I try to get other people to understand, it's like comedy is a form of art, right? Mm-hmm. Comedy is like music, it's like paintings, it's art.
Absolutely.
And art is subjective. So a lot of people, so what I may find funny, my top 5 is going to look completely different than the top 5 of yours. Mm-hmm. Not to say now, there may be someone that I'll say that nigga is not funny at all. And then you can find 60 to 70,000 people that'll be like, that nigga's hilarious. Right. In fairness, not that Kevin Hart needs it, not that anybody needs it, but I think people need to understand the evolution of people and also the evolution of comics. Right. So the material that I started out with the very first time that I hit the stage is not the same material that I do today. It's not the same material that I did yesterday. I think that everybody is entitled to and required to evolve and change over time. So, Kevin Hart on Zero Fucks Given or Irresponsible is a very different Kevin Hart than Grown Little Man, Seriously Funny and Laugh at My Pain. Right. And I think that sometimes people may outgrow the people that they love and the people that they idolize and think that they're funny, just like they would in regular life.
Yeah.
And that's okay, right? You know what I mean? Because sometimes everybody is not supposed to go and be there throughout the entire duration of your journey. But Kevin Hart has, and this is where I defend him. Again, I know that he doesn't need it, but Kevin Hart is the face of stand-up comedy. And we have not seen a comedian like Kevin Hart since Eddie Murphy, and the things that he's done in the ceilings that he continues to break through, and the way that he gives back and supports to up and coming comedians is admirable. So I don't have anything bad to say about Kevin Hart. And, my critique, that I would say out loud, I would say to him. But I think that people, sometimes you get so used to seeing someone in a certain space that when they change and transition out of that, it may be a little shocking because you liked this version and that's not who he is anymore.
Yeah.
And I understand it, and I totally understand it.
And for the record, I think he's probably put more niggas on comedy wise than anybody I can think of.
He he's done more than a lot of people have, and I mean, he created a television show with his friends and people that he works with, Joey Wells and Harry Ratchford. He put together a production and made it his business to go city to city to find the up and coming comics that are the stars of their hometowns that the world or the mainstream don't know about, because he remembers what it was like when he was us. And there's something about that I think is brave, and he doesn't have to, and I think it's dope that he did that for me. And of course, when manifest that into the universe, when I get to that level, I am going to do the same, although my approach might look a little different. Rather than focus on the up and coming comics of different cities, I may want to tailor my ministry to focus more on the talent of Black and brown women comedians, because there's a space for everyone that needs to be elevated, right? So I may want to focus my energies in that way.
Okay, so let me ask you this: how long do you when do you decide that one routine has run its course? Like you'll see a comedian maybe go on tour and do the same routine in every city. How long is too long?
So it's really up to you. And a lot of times people that aren't comedians or that aren't in the business don't understand the process of how we do what it is that we do, right? So let's say I write a joke today. I want to see if that joke is any good. Pre-COVID, I would go to an open mic. I would find an open mic every day this week and do that joke over and over again. Once I've perfected that joke to the point where I want to add it into my existing set or whatever, now I'm doing it on shows. Now, if I'm preparing to shoot a 1 hour special, now I'm going to take this hour that I've been writing and that I've been working on, and I'm going to go and take it to Philly and see how it does in Philly. I'm going to take it to Atlanta and see how it does in Atlanta. I'm going to go to Texas. I'm going to go to LA. I'm going to all of these places to see how the material works in different demographics, the whites, the Blacks, the Hispanics, the young, the old. And when we do that, that's essentially what the tour is. We're working this material for something greater, right? Then the special comes out. Now, once your special comes out, or you shoot your special, whatever you do with it, after that, now you dump all that shit and you start over. Because I have different versions of my set out there that may be 5, 15, or 20 minutes long. And once I've done this on TV, you're not going to see me do this same set of material again. So my 5.5-minute Heart of the City set, I'm not going to do that on TV again because it's already on TV. So I dumped all of that. I don't even say it anymore. I do something else. So it's at the comic's discretion and what they're doing it for. And every scenario is different. Like, I've never toured. But if I were to tour, I know that I'm specifically working on something. And once I'm done working on that and I shoot my special, when I might take a 6-month break, or, I might take a year off, experience and live life. And then I'm working on something else. And then I'm touring that. But then there's also comics that's like, nah, I'm good with this hour. I've been doing it since 1994. I'm going to keep doing it. But they still have people that come out to see them do that. Comedy isn't like music. You can listen to your favorite song. You can listen to your favorite artist of that song performing in concert, and you're going to love it every time. It's not always the same with comedy. So it's really at the discretion of the comic as to when they're going to dump the material.
Okay. All right. Man, this shit's a lot deeper than I anticipated, to be quite honest. My apologies to the comedies out there.
I'm married to comedy. I'm married to the game. And I don't like it when people flirt with my husband. I don't like it when people play with my husband. So I defend it like that. And a lot of times people that aren't in it don't know. And I think it's helpful for platforms like yours where people get to know that. You know what I mean? Because there might be someone that's watching and they're like, damn, man, every time I go see such and such, they do the same jokes. Yeah, motherfucker, because they working on a special that they got to shoot in 6 months. And then they got to have a production team edit it and package it together so you put that shit on Netflix next year. So that's why you keep seeing them do the same shit. It's just like if you ride a bike, you got to continue to ride the bike. You're wobbly when you get on it. You got to take the train wheels off. But once you got that, you riding that bike, oh, you good now? You know what I mean? You go and now you can do the bike race. And then when you're done, it's like, I don't even like this fucking bike no more. I'm done with this bike. I'm gonna go get a motorcycle. Now you working on that. So it's a different type of masterpiece. It's a different type of art. Some people start with a canvas and they paint and they pick their colors. And with comedians, we just we take stuff out, we add stuff in. It's like if you ever see a comedian live, wherever you are in your hometown, and then you see next year that they dropped the comedy special and you're watching it and you're like, oh, I saw him and he did this joke and he did that joke. And in the back of your mind, he did a joke that you thought was extremely funny, but you notice he didn't do it on the special because he took it out and he put something else in it. So it's like we're making a soup, we're making a recipe. And sometimes you got to add stuff, you got to take stuff out, you got to make adjustments to it.
I went to go see, I saw Martin like 3 years ago, right? When he was touring. And same thing you said, you still using jokes from Talking Shit After Dark. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I knew like 85% of the jokes. Like he threw new ones in here and there, but it was still funny. You know what I'm saying to me? Like, and I enjoyed the hell out of myself. You know what I mean? Like, that shit was dope.
Yeah, like if he were to get a deal to shoot a special, guarantee you that you wouldn't see any of that because he would have to now come up with something else. But then with the work that he's done in his career, it's people that will show up to see him do You So, like people love him and they're fans. Like if he said, hey, I'm doing You So Crazy, it's niggas gonna show up to see him.
Yo, You So Crazy is so fucking dope though, man. Like,
yeah, I
watched that shit for a whole summer. No lie. Like I watched that shit for a whole summer every day. Like I know that shit from like the back of my hand.
So imagine how you feel about that. Imagine an up-and-comer like me, where I'm in my hometown and it's people like, damn, Ty, you did that joke last week. Nigga, the rest of the world ain't seen me do this joke and I'm trying to perfect it for that. So it kind of puts into, perspective for you. Like, my nigga, I'm working on something. I'm trying to build something. I'm trying to put something together. Don't give me shit when you gonna laugh at the same goddamn comedy special that you saw, Martin Lawrence or Dave Chappelle or Chris Rock do 10 years ago. The special is still funny. The jokes are still funny. So,
Dave Chappelle is the only one that for me, that I can legitimately watch the same shit over and over and over and over. Everybody else is probably 2 times max.
You won't listen. You won't slander Dave. Listen, all right, this is my Dave Chappelle story real quick. So
but I'm not slandering him. I'm giving him props, actually.
Okay, all right, my bad. I heard you wrong. My bad. But my godmother, shout out Heidi. My godmother is one of the little sprinkle of black kids who went to high school with Dave Chappelle.
Wait, there's a black person named Heidi?
Chill out. Chill out.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Go ahead, man. I had to ask, though.
My godmother is one of the few black kids who went to high school with Dave Chappelle. So my godfather was telling me the story. They go to their high school reunion. I think he went to the bar. He went to the bathroom or something. He come back. Dave Chappelle was sitting at the bar. So he sit down. He bugging out because it's Dave Chappelle. You know what I'm saying? And my godmother comes sit down at the bar, and Dave Chappelle like, oh yeah, what's up, Heidi? You know what I'm saying? Give her a hug. You know what I mean? Dap her up and all that. And my godfather was sitting there kind of like, I know you knew Dave Chappelle. You know what I'm saying? And this at the height of like Chappelle show, like back then. This was a little bit like probably 12 years ago, something like that, something crazy like that.
Okay. Well, shout out to Heidi and your godfather.
Shout out to Heidi. Shout out to Heidi.
Heidi, though, huh?
Yeah, bro.
If people want to get in contact with you, they want to book you, how do they go about doing that?
For bookings, send your inquiry to comediantydavis@gmail.com. Of course, I know some people will reach out via social media, but the best way for me to see it is through the email. As my following is growing and now my DMs, it's kind of hard to manage that. I don't have an assistant or anything, so I'm tracking and looking at all that. My social media information is all the same: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, comedian Ty Davis. I'm on Clubhouse, Ty Davis. So if you are on Clubhouse, we've been hosting master classes and talks and Q&As related to comedy. So if you're on there and you ever want to see or hear people like myself and other comics, you could definitely go there. My website, comediantydavis.com, YouTube, comedian Ty Davis. Comedian Ty Davis. Put me in the Google and see what comes up, because I'm Googleable now. I've been working hard enough in these comedy streets that your girl is searchable on the Google.
Well, shout out to you. And you say Clubhouse?
Clubhouse, yes.
I've never heard of that. What is that?
Yeah, it's a new social media app. It's like an audio chat room. I think it's about 4 or 5 months old now. So it's kind of still in the beta testing phase. It's only available to iPhone users right now. But eventually they're going to open up the platform and take the company public. But it's really dope. And it's all audio. So you're going into these like cyber, virtual rooms, and you're talking, and it's very 90s. It's giving me very 90s vibe when you used to get on the party line and talk to multiple people.
Say that they're going party line. It sounds exactly like that. Meet me in the chat room.
Just like that. It's very addictive, but I love it, and it's also a great networking tool. I actually got I've only been on it for like 3 or 4 days, and I've already gotten I can't talk about it yet, but I've gotten a good work opportunity out of it in just a few days that I've been on it. So
that's dope. That's dope.
Well, unfortunately, I have
congratulations again.
Thank you.
Yeah, that fucking iPhone, man. I just fucking hate iPhones now, man.
Yo, I think I'm about to cross over to the dark side too, yo.
Oh my god.
Or you can just wait until it, gets released on all the other devices, whatever.
Yeah,
nah,
it'd be too late then. Everybody got 1 million followers and shit, and here I come on my Android.
Something, but it's not so much as about it's not follower driven. At least for now, it's not very follower driven. Whereas like Instagram and Twitter and all of that is you follow the people that you want to follow because you want to get the notifications when they're talking. So it's like if you enjoy the way that I talk and you want to hear me talk more about anything, it could be comedy, it could be being a mother, it could be anything, you're going to hit follow so that you can get the notification, so you can know when I'm talking and when I'm in and out of the rooms and when I'm active. It's not follow me, I'm the shit because I got 1 million followers. It's like I was on it for 2 days. I probably had 12 followers, but at one point I had a room that I ran for 12 consecutive hours, and I got over 100 people in that room talking and dialoguing and just coming in and out and adding to the discussion. And so, I mean, it's really great. It's really dope.
That's dope.
That is dope. Well, I know you got a lot of shit to do. We don't want to take too much of your time, Queen. I just wanted
appreciate you coming through.
Truly thank you for your time, your energy, and your wisdom. And keep on the lookout for Ty Davis. Definitely funny.
Yes, thank you all so much for having me. I'm actually going to be moderating and co-hosting something on Clubhouse at 8:00. So in just a few minutes, with Sydney Castillo, very funny, amazing writer, talented stand-up comedian and actor. It's about transitioning from stand-up comedy into writing. So whether it's writing for television or film, he's going to be giving information about that. So if you're on Clubhouse, that's where I'm going to be in a few minutes.
No doubt. And if you tuned in or tuning in now, make sure that you subscribe to us on YouTube. My Skin Is My Sin. Check us out on Facebook, the whole 9. We are on Instagram. My Skin Is My Sin and the number 1. And you're not gonna find a better fucking account on Instagram as far as posting pictures. Our shit's dope. Other than that, this has been our interview with Ty Davis. Definitely an honor and a privilege. And you have a good day, Queen.
Thank you. You as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Was that professional? I tried to end that professional, Put on my super professional voice and shit.
Thank you guys. I really appreciate you for having me.
Oh, it was
No
an
problem. Thank
honor.
you for
It was
coming. Peace
dope.
and
Thank
blessings.
you. Hey, don't be a stranger too.
All right. Well, y'all take it easy. Be safe out there. Wear a mask and all that stuff.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right. Take
I
it easy.
usually have
All
one
right,
with
take
me.
care.
Oh, and we do got Red Pill coming on in a few minutes too. So
Yeah,
that should be dope too. And
yeah.
shout out to the people that are tuned in on YouTube. Nuke Cage, Roxbury, Exquisitely Fine, and Jessica Monique. I'm not sure what the hell those emojis are. Jessica Monique and Nuke Cage. Y'all gonna have to school me on that shit. Hey, bro, I'm not sure what they are. Like, I'm old. I don't know all this shit, man. This shit's new to me. What? I'm supposed to lie? Shit, I be wanting to know shit, man. If you don't know, you're supposed to ask, right?
The funniest nigga I know, bro. I
What?
swear to God. You
Right.
got the funny. I swear to God, you the funniest nigga I know, bro. Like
Right.
I just be thinking about like, yo, the shit we like, the conversations we be having, yo, the shit you say, bro, and like I be just be laughing to myself, my nigga. Like, you's a wild nigga, yo. you's a wild nigga.
You know, it's funny though, bro. Like, I wish you could have met my moms. Like, you think I get it directly from my moms. Like, my mother was fucking hilarious, bro. Like, oh my god, and she just no fucking filter, man. Remember, me and my cousin got jumped once at a mall, and my mother tells the story about us. And matter of fact, my cousin sent me a video of her telling his wife the story of us getting our ass kicked at the mall. Oh my god, it's fucking classic, bro.
There's not this video of y'all niggas getting jumped.
No, it's not video of us getting jumped. It's video of my mother telling the story about us getting jumped.
Okay, all right.
And oh my god, man, it's just
I was about to say, my nigga.
So hilarious, man. And if I apologize, my dog's fucking running around upstairs. But yeah, man, my mom was just a hell of a storyteller and just a really, really just funny.
Yo, you's a wild nigga, bro. I ain't gonna tell you no lie, man. But you's a wild nigga, bro.
What did I say this time?
You are hilarious, man.
I didn't do anything, bro.
You just being you, yo. Like the same way you be tripping off me, I be tripping off you, yo. But it just be it's basically the same shit, but in a different way. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Both of y'all crazy.
I'm just a normal regular guy. When a grown man take you out on a date, you don't have to open the door, your purse, or your legs. Ooh, like who's defining this shit? Like, women, please, can y'all stop with the trying to define what a man should be?
Yo, all right, I got a question for you, right? I got a question for the audience too. So this is a scenario, right? You meet somebody, it's a strong mutual interest. You can see yourself with this individual. Y'all just talked over the phone. First date lined up. Only stipulation is I want to see you with no makeup and your natural hair. Is the man being superficial, or is he making sure that this is what he wants to invest his time and money into?
I say B.
I mean, but let me ask you, why is this man messing with a woman that he has to say that to?
All right. So let's just say within the scenario, a homie hooked it up. So let's say let's say our homegirl hooked them up. They never met in person. They only talked over the phone.
Oh, okay. So you never saw her. Okay.
They never saw each other. Only pictures of each other.
Okay. Now, okay, devil's advocate. Does she have the right to say, I want to see your check stub?
Okay, so because she's dating the opposite sex, he doesn't wear makeup. but she does, and that's not nothing natural, but he's coming to her, natural. And he just want to see like who you really are outside of just a made up face.
I don't think a pay stub is equivalent. I think that's beyond.
It's a requirement, right?
It's granted, it's a requirement, but my pay stub got my social security number on it. So why would I be
not anymore? Not anymore.
Yeah, it does, bro.
Okay, mark it out.
What I'm saying is, why would I expose that information on the first date? I'm not. That's too much. Now, if you say don't wear a hat, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay.
I don't think that that the first date you have a right to make demands, so to speak. And
no, it's not a better term. It's not a
like, what if she says no? Do you not go?
Let's not say it was a stipulation. Let's say it was a request. It was a request.
Okay. And what if she? I mean, you can request whatever you want. Like,
absolutely.
If she says no, then what?
There ain't no date. So like
it's not a request, really. It's a demand. It's an ultimatum.
No, because listen, if I'm going to go invest my time, not only my time, I'm expected to pay for this date. So if my only request is, yo, I don't want you to wear, I'm asking you, I want to see you. I want to see you, no wig, no Meek Mill braids, like no, none of that. I want to see the natural you. I want to see what I would be waking up to if I woke up next to you for the rest of my life. Is that far-fetched?
Yeah,
or is
that's a bit much.
Fair? I think that's fair, bro. Because it's just the same way she's expecting a nigga to pay for that first date is the same way I feel like it shouldn't be an issue with her being her in front of me. I want to know who I'm getting.
I mean, but and I will say that not all women are expecting you to pay for the first date. Like especially in today's society, there's a lot of women paying for dates.
That shit sound good, bro. That sound good.
I'm just saying
it sound good. The idea sounds good.
It's true.
Listen, bro. The idea sounds good. It sounds good when you said it. It sounded good.
That's not
good. It sounded good when you said it, bro.
That I'll actually pay for things and stuff like that occasionally, but it's like, I mean, yeah, I would even expect the guy to pay for the first date. Like, you're asking me to come out with you.
So you wouldn't feel some type of way if he told you, I want your hair a certain way?
Say it again?
You wouldn't feel a certain type of way if he said, I want your hair a certain way?
No, I would just think that's his favorite style that he likes to see me in. Yeah. That's just like him saying, I love that red dress, but I don't like that blue dress. Can you wear the red one?
On the first date, though? Like, I can see, if y'all in a relationship.
It might be his favorite color or something. He just want to see you in his favorite color. I don't know.
Oh, that's some control shit. I mean, me personally, I'm thinking that if y'all been talking on the phone and you are, you have a particular thing for women being natural, nothing wrong with that. But I would think that would be a question that you would ask, before y'all even get to the let's go out stage. What do you rock it? And especially nowadays, like, who's gonna not show somebody a picture? Like, it's not even realistic.
Have you ever woke up with a woman's face on your t-shirt, bro? You ever got your white tee ruined? A wife beater, nigga, something.
First off, I'm not wearing
a whole face was on it, and then that shit not gonna wash it out no more.
I'm not wearing a beater, man. It's just. I'm not gonna talk about the type of niggas wearing beaters and shit, but I'm not that guy.
I'm saying, but real shit, bro. You ain't never go to sleep over a chick house and she was wearing makeup and she fell asleep on you and her face was on your t-shirt.
But it was not a surprise. It wasn't like surprise in the morning. Oh damn, she had on makeup. No, I knew you had on makeup when I first saw you the night before.
Yeah, but you ain't know it was that much makeup.
What are you 12? I'm a grown ass man. I kind of know.
Yo, but what I'm saying is, so for a dude to ask a female to say, yo, I don't want to see you without any makeup, I don't think that's far-fetched. I think that's fair.
To me, that just makes me feel like, okay, this guy must really be into me and he want to know who I am, like, and get to learn and actually see me for who I am. Like, he want to appreciate the all the way real me than wearing other stuff to make me feel like I look better when I should appreciate loving myself. So it's just like, why would I be mad about that if he asked for that?
And see,
Right.
like, having daughters, I guess it has changed my view on some things. Like I understand like why they would wear like weave in their hair. It ain't because they ain't got no hair. It's just because it's just easier when you don't want to have to get up every day and do your hair. Like I ain't got to do that shit. You know, wearing makeup doesn't necessarily mean oh I'm hiding flaws or something. It just makes you feel better. I don't know. Not me. I don't have to do it.
Okay, all right. So if you wore afro because it made you feel better, do you think that would be accepted from a female? It's gonna take a special type of female to accept that, bro.
I mean, if I had a fake afro,
Right. That's if you had an afro that you wore every other day.
but a fake afro, a wig.
A fake afro wig that you wore every other day.
Yeah.
Like,
I think women would feel some type of way about that. Like a woman that
a woman's not gonna take you seriously, bro.
She's not.
She's
Not once you take the afro off.
Right. She tell you, I want you to take me out to dinner, but I want you to take the afro off.
Okay, but how would she know I had that? It was a fake afro though.
Because you wore it every other day.
Who does that?
Women. What do you mean?
They wear
Women do
wigs
not.
every other day or here and there.
Okay, well, yeah, they wear wigs every other day. Okay, but not a weave. Yo, where's Red Pill at too, man? Like, come on, bro. I get what you're saying, but what's an acceptable question for a woman to ask in return? Then, an acceptable request. What's a comparable request for a woman to ask? Because if you ask a woman some shit like that, 9 times out of 10, whether she was thinking about it or not, she's gonna come up with a request.
He could be hiding like a huge forehead or like some crazy mark or whatever, and all you do is see him in a freaking
he coming,
or something all the time. So it's like you might be like, okay, well, if you don't want me to wear my makeup for you, can you not wear your hat? Like, so therefore it's not one person feeling like, I don't know, like a little uncomfortable and then the other person's good. It's like, no, both of y'all are gonna like show something that you're self-conscious about or whatever it could be.
Well, some people, if they ain't got their shape up done, would not take their hat off.
You petty ass nigga.
On a first date, you telling me you wouldn't get a shape up?
Yo, okay. First of all, yo, yeah. Look, yo, you see my shit, yo? Now look, everybody see my shit. Look, I didn't get a shape up last week, yo. I usually go every Friday. So I'm technically wolfing right now. You know what I'm saying? So, but, yo, my birthday is Sunday. Tomorrow I get my hair cut, yo. I'm gonna look like a whole new nigga. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow. Like, it's not technically a whole new nigga, but I'm gonna have the confidence of a whole new nigga.
Yeah, I understand. It's the brand new Jordans feel.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You do have a different swag after you get your shit cut though. But yeah, I don't know, man. And if you out there and you are familiar with Grandmaster Jay from the Not Fucking Around Coalition, we have had the King on the show a couple of times. If you are aware of any fund set up or GoFundMe to get the brother out of jail, I don't know if he got a bond or whatnot, but he has been arrested. But if you're aware of some way that somebody reputable that's raising money, let me know.
My bad.
Hey, and like I can see half your face when y'all both in there. I meant to tell you that too. But it's your fault with Peel. Why you say that?
Nah, because I sent the wrong link.
Okay, that helps. That really helps. But yeah, damn, like this shit is just really bothering me and shit, man. We're gonna have to talk about this at length. And maybe I'll do some shit this weekend. I'm off this weekend. But I would like to find out, I wish I knew other people like higher up in the org, and I don't. Yeah, you know what? And it's crazy. Like somebody just texted me about that too.
I ain't know the government locked up agents, bro. Like the nigga swore up and down, bro, was an agent. You know, I don't know, man.
Yeah. Oh my god, man, this is.
I don't know, man. Niggas be saying, like, I mean, like, yo, in social media age, yo, I don't put nothing. I don't
Like, see,
put
right now, bro, I can only see half your face.
I keep telling
in
Yeah,
the
there
social
you go.
media age, yo. I don't put nothing past a nigga to say anything, yo. Like, because niggas say anything. Like, some of the same niggas who was screaming out this shit said they knew who killed Nipsey Hussle 5 minutes after he died, and said they was there and knew it was a government setup, and I know that goofy ass shit, and nothing came from
And,
it.
and,
You know what I'm
and, and
saying?
hold on one second, bro. Let me get Red Pill on the line. But you know what though, man? Like on the one hand, you got to blame the bloggers and podcasts, but on the other hand, you got to blame the people too, because like
Absolutely.
we can have dope show after dope show after dope show and get 2 people watching, but then if I talk some shit about a nigga, I got a
Right.
100
Everybody
people
gonna tune in.
watching.
Absolutely.
You know. And ladies and gentlemen, we have the phenomenal Red Pill in the building. What's going on, King?
Peace to the family. How's everybody doing?
Doing all
Yo,
right,
big,
man. How
big,
about yourself,
big.
bro?
All is well, man. All is well. I was having an issue getting in here and whatnot, but we in the
That was
building.
on me, man. My bad, pal.
It's all good, man. How's everybody doing tonight?
Are we
Bless,
doing
bless,
good?
brother. Bless, man.
So
Niggas,
dope.
that nigga gave you the Obama phone link and shit. Our bad.
Nah, I sent the link
I was
to.
on last week's Zoom. Nah, but it's all good.
Yo, it's been a minute, man.
Huh?
It's been a minute since you've been on the show, bro. How's life?
God damn, it's been a long minute. You know, I still got that Conscious Olympics award to be on my wall. I stare at that shit every day.
Girl. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? So you stay in my peripherals, but you know, I've been seeing you doing your thing. I'm sure through social media we've all been seeing each other. So I just want to give you props and congratulate you for your consistency, because you know the thing that a lot of people talk to me about is the consistency. They say, yo, brother, you and your brother are consistent, man. That means a lot, you know. So I just extend that to other brothers. I said that to Knowledge the other last week when we were building. So I want to say that to you as well, because I know being in this space is not it's not a walk in the park. Like, it's not a layup. Like you were saying right before I came in, because of all of the controversy, people like the drama. They want a drama bond, trauma bond, and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, it's almost like an algorithm that forces content creators to you know, to diminish their value. You know what I mean? Because you like, fuck it, I'm gonna get these niggas some drama, you know.
Yeah.
When that's not really what we want to do. That's not what we are about. That's not what we really want to talk about. But sometimes they say, get a people, if they want to eat cake, you got to feed them cake.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
What's going on, though, man? What's new with you, bro?
Man, the newest thing that I got is this project that I've been working on. I came out here in Atlanta in the summertime, and I really was just visiting and shit, you know. I didn't really have no plans on being here. We were doing the whole COVID lockdown thing on the east side, on the East Coast, and I had a newborn, and I was just focusing on that, you know what I'm talking about. And I came out here, I think it was on Juneteenth. I went to North Carolina to a place called Lee County. They try to get me out there, bro. The police, they have this they got a sheriff. They've been a sheriff for like 50 years and whatnot. And the name of the courtroom is called a Robert E. Lee courtroom, and they got a whole statue of Robert E. Lee right there. And they just niggas be swinging from the gavels every day in there.
Wow.
So I got invited to come down there and shake it up. And I went down there, and the police, you know, they got a word that I was coming down there, and that was like right around the time of the BLM and all of the riots and shit. So they thought I was finna get on top of a cop car and turn up or something. I don't know what they thought, but they was trying to line me up. So I came out there, I did my lecture. I had to have armed security around me, and I came to Atlanta. And you know, Atlanta just got a vibe going on right now. It's like it's an electricity in the air, and I was able to tap into that electricity, and you know, it just began to it fed my creative endeavors. You know what I'm saying? Because to be honest with you, and I tell this to a lot of people, you know, especially the creators amongst us, like, use all of this shit, the stress, whatever you may be going through, the emotions, the roller coaster. You know, if you feeling like you victimized and you know you on your hands up, don't shoot type shit, like, use that to create. Because one of the things that I know is that when it's all said and done, like, look at it now. You can't even, I'm reminding niggas that they was rioting. They forgot that because there's so much going on.
Right.
But if you could create some art, like if you're a painter, my nigga, go in the middle of the BLM protests and paint, you know what I'm saying? If you're a poet, write poetry. You know, it's really, to be honest with you, I pay attention more. Like a lot of people, they pay attention to the controversy or the what they call a conspiracy, or they try to they waste their time trying to prove that Black Lives Matter is George Soros. And I'm like, that's the problem in this community. Niggas love revolution, so they love going backwards. Bruh, we dealt with that in 2016. That's
Right.
like to act like you surprised and remember George Soros. No, nigga, that's old information. Like,
Right.
why don't you elevate the fucking conversation?
Right.
We spent mad months beating up an old dead horse, and it wasn't even worth nothing. But the creators created. Certain people made music. Some people put it into fashion. I bet you that there's some bomb ass movies gonna come out, by documentaries and like action movies. Somebody took advantage of this shit and bust their gun. So I was like, I'm gonna just create. You know what I mean? I'm in a creative mode. You know, I just wanted to channel the energy, and I made a project that we put out on Hallows Eve, the day before Halloween, called the Red Summer. And I explain to people it's a soundtrack. It's not really an album. It's a soundtrack, and it has a visual component. That visual component hasn't been released. We just put the soundtrack out. It's 14 tracks. It's broken up into 3 acts, which is 3 months: June, July, and August. Each month is an act, and it's basically chronicalizing. It's a fictional. It's a fictional tale. You know, it's not necessarily Red Pill's every single steps and whatnot, because the artist that I have is Red Pillar, and you know, it's different than Red Pill. It's me expressing myself through the arts, so I don't have to go outside and go upside somebody's head, and I don't have to wild out. You know what I mean? Like, I have a part of me that I suppress that still needs to speak. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like, you know, I didn't exercise the nigga out of me. I just put him in a box. So even the younger version of myself, because when I'm in Atlanta, people know me as Twin. They don't really know Red Pill. Only if they on the internet do they know who Red Pill is. There's people in Atlanta that know Twin, because that's who I was called when I was out here in 1997, going into 2000, and all of the other little times that I popped up. And for the people who know Red Pill, they're very proud of me. They applaud the growth and development. So I see the impact that it has on certain people that are tuned in from the streets. So my whole thing is, shit, I want to capture more people from the streets who know my face, because my face card and my brother, we're attached to certain, you know, certain generations of people who are in power in certain places, both in the underground or the underworld and in the upper world and whatnot. So it's a fictional depiction of a 3-month journey. June being, you know, and the music fits the month. So it's 444, you know, 4 weeks in June, 4 weeks in July, 4 weeks in August. I got an intro and an outro. and the music is in alignment with the quote unquote energy of the months, especially 2020, which was our red summer. Because people is like, damn, the red summer of 1919, there was like racial riots. I was like, nigga, what happened in 2020? It was racial riots. Mad people got killed. They just not giving you the numbers. Niggas was getting hung and they was saying they was committing suicide. That was racial violence. Yeah, I didn't have no answer for Kyle Rittenhouse. I just listened to his arraignment right before I jumped on his live. You know what I mean? He's lit in the white world. You know what I'm talking about?
Man.
Ricky Schroeder bailed that nigga out along with a
Yes.
whole bunch of other business owners on the white side.
Yeah.
So he's their new Dylan Roof. They championing him. If this whole thing was to go into martial law, he's gonna be the grand ambassador. Like if this shit was
have you heard
like,
about
let's say
Grandmaster
Trump
Jay being
got on
arrested?
some foul shit and was like, you know what? I'm suspending the Constitution. Get it in blood. They putting homie out in the front. And he's going to be like, he's going to be their quote unquote grand marshal of this shit. That's how much they champion Kyle Rittenhouse, along with Dylan Roof and other people, because they need their heroes. The same way that we need our hero. Niggas got, who we got? The drug dealers, the dope dealers and shit. Niggas got Nicky Barnes and, you know, Alpo. You know what I mean? On their side, they have the Bannon, the ant. What's the dudes from the Bundy Ranch? They got those people. They got all of the anti-governmental people. You know, those are their heroes. They had Charles Manson and shit like that. Like that's who they look up to. That's who they ride for. That's who they channel. You know, they have to draw from their propped up heroes, because to be honest with you, all of them are suffering from white fragility, white inferiority. They're all soft. You know what I mean? They all have these little dick energy problems. Pardon me, sis. I don't mean to be all graphic and whatnot. They have these inferiority complex issues, and you see it when you really pay attention to them, especially when you read their literature. All of the white supremacists or all of the white inferiority groups, their mission statements deal with them trying to get their women back.
Right.
Or hold on to their women who got roller skates on and be riding around looking for a lot of other things other than them.
Yeah.
You feel me? So their whole premise is about purifying the white race. Well, shit, talk to your women, because that's the problem. At the end of the day, if they wasn't loose, y'all wouldn't have to start these organizations to keep your women in line. And they commit acts of terrorism, they commit acts of violence and whatnot to act like they're tough, so that women can rock with them. That's what this thing is about.
Hey, so, yo, have you heard about Grandmaster Jay being arrested?
Facts.
That like, and we've had we've had him on the show a few times. And you know, we were talking. Yeah, that's our guy right there.
Yeah, I want to talk to that man face to face one day. I would love to have a sit down with him and just reason.
Yo, that's the one thing before we even get into it. That's the one thing anytime I've ever seen anybody say anything negative about that brother, man. That's the first thing I say is you gotta talk to him.
Gotta build with him.
You gotta be able to build with him, because after you build with him,
right.
Not saying you'll be eye to eye, but you have a complete understanding of where he's coming from.
Right. One of the things
why he makes the moves that he makes.
Facts. And out of all fairness, because I've had contact with damn near all of the teachers and the thought leaders and whatnot, and I've looked them eye to eye, and we got history with a lot of people. I wouldn't I would give that man that same kind of courtesy.
Right.
Like, why not find out where he's at with it? You know what I mean? Why not? Because my whole thing, we human. Sit down and break bread, bro. Let's go eat somewhere and talk it out. Let's see what's popping. Like, let me feel it out. Like, because you're gonna be feeling me out. Let me feel you out and see what it's about. Nobody should be. There's no one should be off limits. Right. So, yeah, I see that they trumped up some charges.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we was talking about that earlier, like a little earlier on the show, as far as niggas throwing the whole Asian word out when it came to bruh. You know what I mean? But I don't see nobody. But it's the same niggas that I see over the net talking shit about a nigga who's standing on the front line.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, if anybody know my track record when it comes to that organization, you know, my whole thing is, if I don't know something, I'm not going to speak on it. But I did speak very favorably, you know, in this man's defense without even knowing him.
Right.
Or even reviewing all of the facts that people were laying out. I just was like, you know what? Y'all niggas need to pull up with some blickies and start. If you're gonna
exactly
not doing
exactly,
you know, do the demonstration at least. You know what I'm talking about? Because I'm in the South now, and you know, from a New Yorker's point of view, we don't have the opportunity to exercise our Second Amendment like that. We don't even know what life is to be armed and dangerous. You feel me? Like, we talk shit, you know what I'm saying? And we back it up, but that's not, we're not backed up by, you know, an arsenal like that. Right. When you come down south, they're wearing their hammers. Like, it's I have to get used to it. I'm getting a shape up and my barber is brushing up on me with the 4/5. I'm like, fam, is it that serious? Take that shit off of your hip while you shaping me up? Like, what do you think is about to happen? You know what I mean? Like, calm down. But he's a black business and he's protecting his business because he explained to me he lives in a volatile neighborhood and these little niggas is with the shits. They're running up in stores doing juxes in broad daylight. So I was like, oh, that's what's going on. Okay, I understand. So you're protecting your business. All right, cool. That's interesting because where I'm from, only the Arab stores had the AKs behind the counter and the bodega. Exactly. We had businesses, we couldn't protect ourselves. Right. So I'm asking everybody who lives in a Second Amendment state, what the fuck are you waiting for? Like, you should have militias all over it. I mean, goddamn it, we've been through enough.
Right.
Why not arm the single mothers? Why not arm the youth before they get a weed charge, before they throw a felony? Because that's what they do. They try to disqualify us by giving us all of these loitering, truancy, you know, crimes of all of these trumped up charges to take us away from qualifying to be firearm carriers. We need
I had to get my record expunged. You know what I'm saying? I had to get my record expunged, but after I did, I carry now. Like that every day. Every day.
Yeah. I'm working on doing that myself because you know that will change the dynamics of a lot of things.
Facts.
If a lot of us were able to carry, you know. So, you know, I'm sure things are going to work out because the charges that they got on the brother is not going to stick.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
I think that this was more of a sign of things that are going to come with this new administration. That's going to be tough on law and order. This is a law and order administration. Donald Trump's administration attempted to be law and order with Jeff Sessions, but when he got basically he couldn't pull off a law and order administration when he's a criminal himself like that. He was underneath all of this scrutiny. So when he got rid of Jeff Sessions, as you can see, the DOJ and other things begin to spiral. It was not a law and order. It was not even a rule of law administration. This administration with Kamala the cop and Sleepy Joe and the liberals who got to clean up a lot. They remember the liberals are in charge of that's Silicon Alley, and that's all of the small hats, right? Those are the biggest donors. Israel and a whole bunch of other people control that. They have to silence the dissenters. Okay, the dissenters had them looking real bad, right? During these 4 years with QAnon. Bill Clinton being Epstein, all of this exposure that basically pulled the skirt up of the Democrat Party. They're gonna do everything in their power to quiet that dissension, and they have to show white America, who thinks that they're not hard enough on the Negro problem in America. Like every single president has to show and prove. They're gonna throw a bunch of niggas in jail. So as you see over the past few days, what's going to be the new charges? gang activity. That's RICO. They're talking about instituting the death penalty for MS-13. Well, if that ever happens, well, guess what's going to happen to the Bloods and the Crips and all of these artists that are out here gang banging on Instagram?
Facts.
They already did it. They're showing you with Casanova what the new move is going to be. And then when they snatched up G Herbo with them, what did they get him for? The PPP scams and the credit cards. So everything that everybody was running around with during the Trump administration, because, you know, it was a free for all. These people right here with these beds that they need to fill up, these quotas that they need to complete, and they have constituents that are like, you know what? You know, look at all the negotiations that were taking place behind it. You don't know what the fuck was going on behind the scenes.
Right.
So they're gonna feed the machine. And Democrats, what they know how to do best is lock black people up. That's what they, and put other black people on their programs and break us. And then of course the vaccinations is another aspect that we have to watch out, because they're gonna use that to fill up the FEMA camps or whatever they talking about. Because I'm not taking it.
Yeah.
I don't care what Lupe Fiasco tell us to do.
Facts.
Oh man, that's I get it from both sides.
So I want your opinion on like you in Georgia, like you see what's going on.
Yeah.
Yo, you see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Like the delusion that the influence that these dudes have, like they'll rather believe in a lie under this dude. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They'll rather believe in a lie under this dude just to kick shit off. Because at the end of the day, they're going back into their nature. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, for sure.
They ready to fuck some shit up.
That's a fact.
Yeah, they're ready to fuck some shit up.
Yeah, that's a fact. You know, and the word believe is lie.
Right.
So these people, we live in a Bible belt. It's all about belief. You just got to sell these people a lie. It got to sound good. That's all they really want. Just make sure it sounds good. You know what I'm talking about? But certain people can't get the wool pulled over their eyes because they woke up too early for that. We looking at them like, fam, are you serious? Y'all are using the same playbook that you've been using to keep these people in perpetual states of poverty. I'm talking about mental poverty.
Mental poverty, absolutely.
Mental poverty. I mean, this is a narco state. So obviously everybody ain't broke because somebody's keeping these drug dealers rich.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? This is it's poverty minded, because the Democrats and all of these people, these Europeans, who this state is ran by the KKK. They're all on the outskirts, and they use the boule to run things on the inside. But they've been doing plays on our people since they basically took over. Hold on 1 minute. I gotta plug this computer. Give me 1 second.
Oh, no doubt. And while we do that, we'll give you a station break. You are now tuned into My Skin is My Sin presents Intellectual and Petty Radio. Episode 29, we had the comedian Ty Davis on, and we currently have Red Pill in the building.
Yo, did you see the key guest witness for Giuliani in that trial, bro?
No, man. He wasn't in no trial, bro.
They picked up this bitch was drunk as I don't know what, bro. Like, yo, she just was like fresh on happy hour.
Yeah, we get Giuliani.
You saw the Giuliani's key witness for the Dominion shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Shorty was drunk, bro. Like, yo, she was fresh on happy hour, man.
I mean, bro,
I'm
Giuliani.
so glad that the rest of the world gets to see what New York saw.
Yeah,
Mayor Giuliani, who they continuously call 666. Now, I think people think that the rappers were just playing games when they said that, but this dude is like, I don't know who, I don't, because if they knew who he was, the rest of the nation would be more in an uproar.
Man.
Like, that was the mayor when them towers came falling down.
Right.
Feel me? And we know what you know. We know that that was the biggest cover up ever. Like, dude is a demon for real. Like he
this nigga wore a dress.
Anything that he stands behind, you need to run from it. I am highly like I be looking at all of these black people that I know. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna just say this: that when Dr. Phil Valentine has said a few months, not even a few months, maybe a year and change, he said, "You don't got no pony in this race."
Mm-hmm.
So black people need to just observe and don't participate. When he said that, I was like, you know what? You absolutely correct, my nigga.
Yeah, I wholeheartedly disagree with that though, bro.
Huh?
I wholeheartedly disagree with that.
Right. I was like, that might be the most safest place to be on the sidelines, because we always like to be in the middle of some shit.
Right.
Not realizing that we've been the monkey in the middle for so long, and they've been utilizing our, you know, it's three-car Monty. This is shit Dave Chappelle was talking about. You think you think that they not playing with each other. You think that they not on the same team. But they damn sure on the same. The media, big tech, all of these people was in the same bed, like Kanye showed you in the video. All of them is in the same bed.
Yeah, but the problem is not us playing the game. The problem is that we aren't playing the game collectively.
No, exactly. What I'm saying is, because they made us choose sides, and because they flipped a lot of our people and made them pro-Trumpers, right? Because the Democratic Party was such in the toilet, they were so, their hands were so dirty that instead of our people saying we want to be independent of both parties, or we want to just start our own thing, or we just want to completely ignore both of these wings of a vulture, they started picking sides, right? So picking sides is the wrong thing to do in this environment, because it's like, nah, fam, that ain't what's supposed to happen. That ain't supposed to happen. Picking sides has been our detriment from day one. We don't have no side.
Absolutely.
We don't have a side. We need to create our own side.
That I would agree with.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You know, but
you know,
for those people that say that we just should stay out of it completely, yeah,
look,
I completely
the
disagree.
sovereignty argument went out the window. That's what I'm trying to explain. We keep revolving. They are rewinding our tapes and they're spinning us in circles. The community is suffering. I know niggas that went from conscious to woke. How'd that happen? I know niggas that was super conscious, now they woke. They're like Republicans talking about QAnon on some woke shit. I'm like, how did you go backwards, nigga? They're like, these niggas is sending me YouTubes of like William Cooper. Nigga, we was on William Cooper in the 90s, and Bobby Hemming and all of them helped us elevate out of that spookism. That was a box. The information is cool, but we dealt with that 20 some odd years ago. Why are we dealing with it now?
Right.
So I'm like, people are going backwards. They're not moving forward because they got tapped into a psyops, and the psyops, I don't want to hear nothing about QAnon and the deep state and Jeff Epstein. That's bullshit. How you niggas is waiting for Trump to rescue black girls? Really? That's where you niggas is at with it right now. You depending on Donald Trump and Ivanka Trump to rescue niggas that's getting sold their body parts. Really? Weird. I mean, come on. Like the level, instead of saying, yo, we're gonna get behind InFact, we're gonna get behind Grandmaster Jay, or we're gonna get behind a specific militia that's gonna be out there rescuing black girls, because we're gonna use our white allies to give us the information to go rescue them.
Facts.
So once again, the certain black people was waiting for BLM and Joe Biden and them to provide solutions, right, to their problems and give them justice and peace. And then another segment of our people were depending on Donald Trump, Ivanka, and Jared Kushner, right? And they told you who these people were, but they were anticipating on these people. They're trying to convince me that these people are rescuing children from underneath Central Park and that they were our saviors of kidnapped and missing children. Get the
fuck out of here. Yo, like, I don't know what it is with, but yo, niggas always gotta have some type of hero, man. And yo, I looked into this shit because I just heard niggas talking about it, yo. And then when I started seeing what was really going on,
this is a hero society, bro.
Man, come on, bro. Like Donald Trump, my nigga. Like, yo, first of all,
I'm not saying that he should be the hero. I'm just saying,
stunned my nigga in real life on TV, bro, to come see black people. Yo,
this is a,
my nigga.
bro.
Like,
I'm just saying.
But
hold on.
On TV, bro. Like,
what I'm saying is, bro, you're not listening to me though. What I'm saying is, it's not him per se. It's just this society has been raised, cultivated to need a hero.
Like it's like,
and that's who they have chosen.
This is a Judeo-Christian society. The savior complex is real.
Right.
We will not accept a melanated savior because we have not accepted a melanated Christ savior. We have a savior complex, but it's not for no black man.
Exactly.
The black man's supposed to be on a fucking cross. So so they deal with a lot of nuances of, subliminal program in our subconscious program. They know who we are because they programmed us. It's almost like if you have a program and you know how the program finna run, because not only have you programmed it, not only have you written the code, but they have something called A and B testing. Right? Like if you have something like called a launch page or whatever, or if you have an app that you're developing, anything dealing with technology, they have A and B testing. If you're dealing with like MailChimp and you're dealing with internet marketing, there's A and B testing. So you do 2 tests and you see which one is more responsive, the A test or the B test. And that's exactly what they're doing with our people. They have A and B tests, and they could do it through the form of psyops. They could do it through the form. They have social media now, so they crunch data. They know how niggas react based off of what they do. So if anybody's a chess player out there, you know that if I could predict your next 3 moves, nigga, I could easily cut your head off. I could checkmate you and take your woman from you.
Easily.
Because you're predictable. So predictive programming, predictive behaviors like the movie Minority Report, all of that shit is at play right now. They know our moves. They know how we're gonna react. They know if they kill one of us and make us a hashtag, how many niggas is finna march.
Right.
At what hour? They know what zip codes is coming out to march to get their calves in order and to work on their fucking glutes and whatnot. You know what I mean? At the march. What do niggas have to show from the march? Fire legs and whatnot. You was on leg day all that. Like, what did they get from the march? Because to be honest with you, we could have hit a lick this summer. You got white lawyers marching, doctors from Park Slope, nigga. Like, you got rich people from San Francisco marching with you. You're not tapping their pockets at the march. You're waiting till later. No, you niggas need to rally some fucking money together when you're doing these rallies. You need to rally some goddamn budgets together. You need to rally a bag to put on the head of whoever the fuck you got beef with. You know what I'm saying? You niggas is cap. You know what I mean? So how dare we allow white people to drink our tears, but they're not doing anything from us? All they did was put dead people's name on the sidewalk and let everybody walk over them this summer. That's all they really did. And how could you make a mural on the sidewalk? Even hood niggas who dropped out of grade school don't do that. You write you and your girlfriend's name in cement and whatnot, but if they kill one of us in the hood, they put it on a wall, they put candles and Hennessy out, and then they go ride for that nigga. That they don't put your name on the floor so somebody could walk over it. That's that's worse than saying you smoking somebody in the blunt. That's disrespect. Who allowed? They put niggas' faces on the floor. They was putting Brianna's face on the floor and right in Bed-Stuy, and they had gay people rollerblading all over them. And now when you go, I'm in Atlanta. I'll go down the side blocks. They got all of these regentrified houses with Black Lives Matter placards in their front yard, and that's the new shit in the window. What the fuck is that? You know, like in Halloween, you know, on Halloween, you go trick or treating, they put signs to say, "Nigga, I got the candy." Like, what is that? Is that the sign that, you know what I mean, that they're Negro friendly over here?
I had a lady, I had a white lady try to check me because I wasn't protesting.
Oh yeah. You know, they
and I told the crazy shit was, like, I told her she's exactly why I wasn't out there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Real shit. I told her, I was like, you're exactly why I'm not protesting.
When y'all stay home, I'll come out, nigga. What the fuck? What business do you have at my protest? I'm not at your protest. Y'all out there protesting all kind of shit. Save the whales and all of that fake shit to white people. I'm not at your protest. So why would you be at ours?
That shit was white guilt, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? That shit was white guilt.
It's beyond white guilt.
Yeah.
I feel not only was it white guilt, I felt that they was feeding and feasting off of our pain.
Absolutely.
They feed off of our ignorance, they feed off of our pain, and they feed off of our fear. So there's certain type of white people called Luciferians that know how to, they know, it's almost like a buffet. They get more powerful off of your pain. Those tears that you crying, they drink those.
Right.
You know what I mean? They don't have no remorse. One minute we like, yo, they heartless. They don't have no type of sympathy. You know, they're not. And I repeat, they're not compassionate like we are. And a wise man once told me, evil is the absence of compassion. Right? So they can act compassionate. They're thespians. They grew up with Shakespeare and all of that. They are great fucking actors. But compassion is a trait that melanin people around the world are known for having. Okay? That's not what they're known for having. We get rocked to sleep and think that the liberals are compassionate. But you saw the movie Get Out. You go ahead and spend a weekend with them and see how compassionate they are when the doors are closed and the lights are out. You know what I'm saying? Can't trust them like that. And that's how they rocked our people to sleep for eons with that fake compassion. And it's like Hansel and Gretel. They get you into the wherever they at, and then we don't see you no more. So I don't want to be around them when it comes time for our pain to be expressed. Get the fuck out of here. Like,
I feel y'all. Like, me personally, like, I don't give a fuck who marches. I just want to know who's controlling the march. That's just me. But we gonna have to.
The marching should be a form of crowdfunding and crowdsourcing.
I would agree. Yes.
The marching, if a black man dies, that black man can do nothing. He's dead. There's nothing that you can do with him. He's a cadaver. He is an ancestor. Put a fucking building up in his name. George Floyd had videos where he was charging black people to do something. Sandra Bland, she had a whole series of videos. You feel me? Right. These people have aspirations. So in the African tradition, they say to edify your ancestors, meaning that you have to complete their works and keep their name alive. What the fuck is BLM doing? They're creating hashtags off of dead people, making money off of it, not building nothing. There's no schools, there's no daycare centers, there's no STEM centers. There's no collective budget. There's no, there's no studios, movie studios, that is. Like, we don't know what the hell they're doing over the last 8 years while they've been out here actively pimping cadavers, meaning that if somebody dies and they wasn't in your organization before they died, why the fuck are they all in your organization now that they died?
You got a good point. Hey, we gotta wrap it up though, bro. I gotta get this shit on the road, because my wife is about to kill me. But have you checked out Patchwork Studios down there?
Patchwork Studio.
Yes.
I'm familiar with them.
I interviewed the owner.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. We went to we actually both went to Michigan State, but he was on the show, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. Very dope cat, man. Hit him up. Hit me up and hit him up and let him know and we'll see if we can work out something. Cause that
yeah, I
is
was
the
definitely,
studio.
yeah. Is that where Akon was doing his first album, right? That's Patchwork.
Jeezy, Gucci,
Right, right.
Whitney Houston,
Yeah, they're
Beyonce.
I'm on my way to
Yeah.
Icon Studio as no, I'm not going to Icon tonight. I'm going to another studio. But I'm doing a little bit of songwriting out here. So I've been
Mhm.
bouncing around to the studios, rubbing shoulders with the, you know, with
Yo,
the
shoot us,
Atlanta hit
shoot us some
makers and
links too,
whatnot.
man. We can play that shit, man.
Huh?
Yo, shoot us some shit. Yo, we play it.
Oh, the music?
Yeah.
I got you, King. I
Yeah.
got you. I was supposed to have send you a track, but I was running
Yeah,
around crazy.
We definitely gonna rock it, yo.
But
Gonna rock it.
yeah, for the family that's out there, the Red Summer is on all of the streaming platforms. You know what I'm saying? You got to put it in the Red Summer and not together. I don't know. I went on Spotify looking for my shit. It was hard to find. But
Mhm.
if the Red Summer doesn't come up, put Red Pillar and that shit'll pop up. You know what I mean? It's on Apple, it's on Tidal, it's on Spotify, it's on Weezer, it's even on Napster, my niggas. It's even on Napster. So
Damn, they
the
still
Red
got
Summer
Napster,
is
huh?
out. The deluxe is coming before the end of the year. That's gonna have a whole nother maybe 10 or 12 other tracks. And we just working, bro. You know what I mean? We're reaching the people through the music, through the entertainment, through the fashion, through film, and through the video games coming up very soon. So we just working, bro.
Dope.
Well, shit, man. You already know, man. If there's anything we could do, man, just tap in and let me know.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
I need an album review. I'm gonna send y'all the album. I need a review of that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
An
Yo,
honest review.
we got you.
You know,
We got you.
I need that.
All
We
right, we
got you.
got
Appreciate
you.
y'all.
We definitely got you.
All right.
Nigga Rome likes everything, though, man. You can't trust that
Nah,
nigga.
yo, we did B dot shit. That shit was fire. We did B dot shit.
Shout out to B Dot. Yeah.
Yeah.
We did.
Oh
We
yeah,
did a
yeah,
trouble.
definitely. I mean, I'm gonna send this to you tonight. Send me an
Okay.
email, and I'll shoot you the link through one. Or it's like I said, it's streamable. I don't know how to email a stream link, but
Okay.
I'll get it to you.
Okay. Say no more.
Fire.
All right.
Right.
All right. That's a bet, man. And
All
peace
right.
to you, King, man. You already know,
Peace,
man.
y'all. Indeed.
Cool to you,
Love and
man.
light.
Peace
Hey.
No
and
doubt.
blessings, man.
All right, Rome. You got shout outs. Let's get them out the way. Let's go.
Yo, big shout out to Ty. Thanks for coming through, yo. We appreciate your company, your knowledge and wisdom. Big shout out to Red Pill for coming through, bro. Can't wait to hear the music, yo. We appreciate your knowledge and wisdom. Shout out 300 Gangsters. Shout out Keys Development. Follow me on IG, @strivingforperfection _43. I'll follow back. Holla at us tomorrow. We got the water cooler popping. Next week we got another dope show for y'all, man. Yo, yo, subscribe to the YouTube at My Skin Is My Sin. Yo, follow us on Facebook at the same name at My Skin Is My Sin. Yo, please tune in, share our shit, man. Our shit is dope. Please pay attention, yo. I promise you, yo, it's only gonna get better. Stay just fuck with us, man. Please share our shit, man. Stay tuned.
What you got, Silk? You good over there? You woke?
Yeah. You can just follow me at Lady Silk for Life Baby. That's Lady Silk, the number 4 Life Baby on IG, and everywhere else is basically the same name. Thank you.
All right, no doubt. You already know, man. Don't forget to check out the websites, mrochelle.com, if you want the finest impersonal handcrafted jewelry. Check out our website, liberationmindedmedia.com. You get you some merch, such as the lovely shirt, the hoodie that I have on now, intellectually petty. Other than that, man, shout out to my pops, man. Rest in peace. Tomorrow's his birthday, man. We miss you. Shout out to my moms. Rest in peace. I love you. Miss you. Um, and what up, though, to my daughters and my grandkids. Shout out to my old lady. And on that note, man, we out. Peace.
Hold on. Hey, yo, rest in peace to my nigga Jasmine, yo. yo, on everything I love, yo, rest in peace, my nigga Jazzmore, yo. My man got murdered last week, man. Week before
my
last.
condolences. My condolences to his family.
Jazzmore, yo.
And on that note, man, we out. Peace. We'll see y'all tomorrow, same time, 7 p.m. We got the water cooler jumping off. All right, peace.
Holla at us.